police have gone to my family. I don't have a family anymore, and everything in my phone that I worked for has just gone straight to Mary in this industry, making her an amazing person with my work. And every goal that I worked for, they just took it off me and gave it to them. I started doing writing, and I felt really an established person with my personality. Like, I'm quite skilled in a lot of areas, and they won't let me be skilled. I'm being really humiliated and treated like shit, and I've got to be treated nasty. I'm not allowed to have a heart. And what I'm saying is, why is this political American group making sure I don't have a heart anymore? I'm not allowed to do this because you've sold me to international trafficking through my landlord in India. You've decided I'm not allowed that, and that's a big part of my history, was my heart and peace. And I feel really discriminated. I feel like it shouldn't be about what we look like. It should be the work that we put in, and I feel like I should get the work that I put in. You've harvested what I worked for, and I was an innocent person. I'm tired of fighting for this girl. You've made me a classified genocide by making me somebody else, so I'm not worthy of being part of society. I'm on my own, and symbolized me as a roach and a bug and a leper, and I've got discrimination from the group, dehumanization. They planned this genocide to make John root me, say that it was a root. They made out that he just came to me drunk and rooted me, and I'm the most ugliest girl he's ever been with, and you put me through hell. It's like you didn't give me. I went through all these places to get support over the police brutalizing my face, that I was fucking ugly and all these things, and nobody helped me. Like, all these places that are meant to help your battered faces help the police. And that's why I don't trust the police anymore, because the police are on this warpath to just keep taking away my esteem. And I'm saying I was a beautiful girl that was really vibrant. I was creative. I was positive. They have basically stolen the credit for everything that I worked for, and just pushed me down and pushed me down and pushed me down and outcast me, polarized me that I'm the hate and she's loved. And I'm saying, why are you persecuting me? Stop using my talents. Stop using the things that I'm working on. Every goal, every step. You gave it to Kiki. You gave it to Poppy. You gave it to Kayla. This is what I worked for. And you're discriminating my right to do any writing about it, because you're saying that I was like a dull bludger this whole time. And I'm just saying, what's the point of living? If you're gonna make this world about like the Taylor Swifts and the Lady Gagas and the Madonnas, where we don't get to have a right because you want to pick up orphans and stop me and make me a commoner, and it's like this was my intellectual property that this Angelina keeps stealing off me. She stole me off my mum. I've had discrimination at work due to race, gender, sexual orientation, the right to work, failing to provide protection from bullying for all these years. I'm on a minimum wage. I'm denied the same rights, and I'm not even allowed this. And so I started doing all these. You take it for the Asians and keep saying she's fucking ugly. Every day you just deny me the right to my own humanity. You just have put me through abuse after abuse and humiliated me in all these cultures, saying that I'm fucking ugly, and I want to know why you've got your greedy hands on me, your John and your Kiki, why you came after me all these years. I put a lot of work into stopping this Angelina doing this to me. This is law stuff about interference of privacy, failing to respond to information of privacy, damages for humiliation, loss of dignity, no privacy, obstructing information, declaration under a Privacy Act. It's the police, the corrupt police have denied me the right to anything. I've had ongoing persecution. You're all just sitting there, we deny it, we don't believe you. Why am I being victimized again with this organisation that's always doing genocide in Australia and Sweden and this country? You're all denying that I put the work in here, and it's like I've got a death penalty from Japan putting me, and it's like nothing in this phone matters. It's like everything I worked for just got erased because you want it to be poppy, and it's like, how can I look great after I got abused? You just took everything off me. I'm not the same person. the difference is she's backed by billionaires, she's backed by the industry, she's got dressed up, she's got all these producers backing her. Of course she can stand up. I'm United Nations, I am world stage. Why would you do that to somebody, John? Everything I worked for, John's stolen off me and humiliated me through the media like in a genocidal culture, and it's just all covered up again. This essay writing shows that I've got a brain, and I feel like you constantly destroy my face and all these human rights violations. This is Reagan. Yes, we were meant to talk weekly as part of building a chronological of your harassment, bullying and put-down culture, fraud problems in terms of tackling 3 goals at a time, plus finding a house and a job to connect you to the right social support. The reason I was going to Jules is because you were looking for a house through wins rather than any other reasons. Unfortunately, I forgot to follow through. Kind regards. And that's Reagan. And that was in 2023, and that's how long I haven't had support for. And then they just started this. And he's just holding me hostage and been labouring me. And it's like these guys are all on TikToks and stuff calling me nappy shit queen. I shit my pants. This basically says I'm exiled in East, which is basically Christchurch through the West, which is run by America, and I'm not allowed to have a voice to my heart. That's my identity. I did a lot of time healing people's identity of hearts. There you go. The 7 angels are blocking me talking to anybody from Europe. They've butchered my whole personality in 1 year. Like, they've done it for years, and I've had electronic harassment. Yeah, that's where they just started harassing me with all this electronics. And it's like I was tortured. I got told this is what those K-pop girls were doing to me. They sold me to some Cambodian, Thailand hitmen and put me as a monkey that was raped. And I've got all these level 4 traumas, and I'm not getting the help I need. And I petition. I've even written books that have been stolen. I've had a lot of intellectual property stolen by the industry. Or if that is who Ruth is, because I wrote a book about light work, and that got stolen, and now she's labelled and trademarked herself as the light. That's my book I just wrote. I just wrote a book about my origin of being a light worker, and she stole that too. There's no dignity with Batman, eh? There's no dignity with James, and there's no dignity with John. They just think these privileged men can just come and harass my phones and take whatever they want and label it and promote it and put it into a producer thing. I don't want to be their source. I don't want to be their battery. I want to be my own individual person. I'm not the way that you've denied me the right to be an individual through sport for 30 years is abuse, to deny me all over the world in apartheid. And so I write this with a heavy heart and deep sense of urgency. My dreams, my education, my voice all got taken through what I believe to be an abuse of power. The denial of my basic rights. I was a student at Massey pursuing a future in journalism built on truth, courage and public service. That path is interrupted, denied, stolen. Yeah. Basically, all of Christchurch are denying it because they think that I'm dirty and they think that I'm an animal. But look at this, 23rd of the 5th, she is not able to get any safety net for more than 2 years and as a crime about my identity theft. She is falling through the cracks. This is a death penalty. I don't have life support. Plus, I've got all this intellectual property here about prejudice, about predominantly white hegemonic culture affecting the black American culture is what the 2 carjack robbers mostly banter about while waiting for their next car to cheat. I consider Ludacris' role felt justified to steal because of the anger he felt at being dominated by his ethnicity. And that's how I feel, because I'm not an angry person, but because when you start getting treated different because of the discrimination and hatred, it makes you a hateful person. And now I can't be the person I spent 15 years being a peaceful, loving, person doing spirituality because Brendan's decided that only blondes and these government officials have decided only people that look like Kaylee can do this work. And I'm just saying I'm being discriminated for more than 3 years through China about my hair, about the way I look, with all this gang stalking and harassment, and I just feel like the whole thing's unethical. If you rewind way back to the start, there's letters here from Australia saying that she wants plastic surgery, that she's been through horrific trauma. Why should I have to keep going through this humiliation in the public? I think Maria owes me a lot for putting me through all this abuse in the public eye, Maria. I don't think it's I don't think Robin's the one behind it all. I think it was Maria. You know, it's her house, plus it's like persecution. Assassination, yes. She's basically ruined my mind like I'm a real mental nut job. Torture, violence, sexual violence, yes. How come I was functioning great in Australia and doing well, and since that you've tried to erase a whole year of work? That's what they keep doing to me. Every time I go to work, I go through all this violence and they erase it. It's becoming ridiculous how much religious persecution, racism, political persecution and abuse from these women that don't want me to go to work. It's really abusive. It's really abusive. It's like I did this art, so they went on a massive warpath to stop me doing art and made everybody amazing artists. You know, it's just, he is denying me humanitarian access through grave violations from the UN, like, abuses suffered in times of war and preventing these violations and special representations to work in advocacy. They're denying that I'm a special person and a special brain because they're all mimicking me, but it's my gift of the light and it's my background of the light, and they've poisoned my nose so that I don't have that beautiful voice. Like, they are really torturing me about my beautiful gift and who I am because Hollywood and John are coming after me, and it's not fair. It's not for Angelina. That is my origin, that light work. I want it back. You've taken everything from me, eh? Like, you really have. It's mine. This woman adopted me. It's my light work. It's my background. It's my heritage. It's humiliation to keep taking away what I work for. It's like you're golden girls of Hollywood and you keep abusing me to take the credit for it with all this persecution of work, and I'm tired of it. And look at him. It's like, this is like Reuben, #1, capital punishment. He won't let me go to work. It's torture. Stop dragging my heart in around and stop doing these food things where I'm not allowed to be seen for the rest of my life. This is torture. Who has decided to put me in this massive regime? Why me? You've gone through absolute everything to stop me being somebody of society. Everything that I've worked for, all the things I went through is an amazing story, but I'm not allowed to tell it because you're so greedy about my friends. You don't want anyone to see me. You want to see right up my pussy. You want to see all these men rape me and hang me on a tree. You want to open my vagina and get them to smell it, eh? All of you dirty fucking Asians do that to me, and you create all this hatred around here. Deny me the right to freedom. Deny me my right to what I worked for. You know, and you polish up all these, like, crap people that are in gangsters that do all this dirty, dodgy, criminal behaviour, and you just take it away. So this shows the government put a lot of money in my account to leave the country because I was persecuted. And I am an adult. It's like, stop treating me like you're crippling me, making me a child, but then you act like I'm a fucking cunning snake that want to take your men and pretend I'm manipulating all these men with all this, like, way of being a sleaze and, like, manipulating people that I'm a kid, and it's like, I'm not. Stop dragging my heart around. Stop controlling my emotions. Stop dragging my heart around.